playing on Rocksmith anyway? Never mind. He's not even talking right now. All right, he'll hit me up in a second. Anyway, welcome to Dare to Disagree, ladies and gentlemen. Your weekly episodic podcast. As usual, I'm your host, Jonathan Esther, out of California.
And this is Alone in the Dark, right outside your house. Don't look that.
And this is Puppet Master driving the getaway vehicle for Alone in the Dark.
No, OJ, no! Just pull over, OJ. It'll all be okay.
And that guy over there is Code Conscious.
That's Code Conscious. Don't mind him. He's trying his hardest to be white right now.
Yeah.
Don't we all?
Okay, actually, I take it back that I have no topic. I got a quick shoot real quick before you guys get into your thing. So, I got a question for all of y'all. I'm really curious what the answer is. Can racism be positive?
Hey, you've seen that Key and Peele video, right? Where there's...
No, I have not.
Okay. I'll tell you the plot. You need to look it up because I'm not going to do it justice. But they're running from aliens, right? The aliens are
yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that one. Yeah.
Masking themselves as people, just normal people. So they'll ask them, "Would you let me date my daughter?" "Yes, I would," and they shoot him in the fucking head.
Now, quick addendum to that. The guy asking the question is black. The guy answering the question is a very old, rich white man. So the black guy with the gun goes, just to test if he's an alien, he's like, "Would you let me date your daughter?" And the guy goes, "Of course." So the black guy just shoots him, and they spray green goo everywhere. He's like, "How'd you know?" It's like, "Eh."
Come on. He was going to let me date his daughter.
But here's the reason I asked the question before we get into the actual show. The reason I asked the question is because I was at my job talking with this other individual, white of course, nice guy. We chat all the time, and we were talking about just like racism in general, and we got into like this path where we ended up saying, okay, well, if you're saying something about a race as a stereotype, but it's positive, is it still racism? And we both at the same time, because I was like, an example would be, and at the same time we both went, Asians are good at math. And we just started laughing because we're like, first off, we're horrible human beings right there. Second off, are we though? Are we?
Yeah, there's good things about all races. Like black people run fast.
Unless it's, never mind. No.
So I was about to say, son of a bitch, you've met me. I don't run nowhere. I've never.
Jonathan Esther, he'd rather crawl before he runs.
Yeah, true. That being said, I kick downhill's ass real good. For example, you'd think Africans would be great at climbing? Bullshit. Alone in the Dark is one of the monkiest human beings I've ever seen. And Arabs don't have freaking trees to climb, so I don't know how we got that good.
I'm being 100% with you. That thing about black people running fast, it's not really all the way. It's not always true because I'm black and believe it or not, I can't run fast.
But you can hit a ball. What an athlete!
I can hit a ball, but
that's
what's exactly. I don't need to run. I could definitely fucking catch a football or
goddamn
baseball.
I think yeah, officially it probably still is race. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, because everything's frozen on mine. Officially, I think it still is racism, even if it's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I've seen some black people run. I can see why you say black people are fast. I've seen some black people run from the police around here, and those police don't catch them. They do not catch them.
I don't. I wouldn't call it racism if it was positive. I really wouldn't.
All right, hold on.
I have a hard time with that.
I meant to do this a while ago. So here's the definition of the word racism: the belief that all members of each race it says each, I think it should say a, but all members of each race possesses characteristics or abilities specific to that race, especially so as to distinguish it as inferior or superior to another race or races. So technically, even if you're positive, it's technically racism. But
when you made that statement the first time, I thought you meant like can racism be like positive? Like, you,
Yeah,
like,
that
me personally, I don't think it's ever positive. It might be beneficial.
yeah. I think that would be the right.
I mean,
the right
you guys
way
get
to
on
do it.
food stamps a whole lot easier than I do.
Yo, you ain't been to Tennessee and seen some of them white food stamp mamas, man. I seen them. It ain't just black people profiting. If anything, I would say the people who suffer the most from the food stamp shit is Mexicans, because them motherfuckers just eat tacos because it's cheap. But anyway, not the point. I was just curious. What about you there, co-conscience? You think racism can be not used positively? Can you be a racist in a positive way? Like, can you look at race and be racist as a positive?
Like define like as a positive, like in the way of like to save my life.
Like
Because you know, I mean,
Jewish
like,
people are great at saving money. That's a positive statement technically, but because I said Jewish people instead of you,
anybody, right?
you know, exactly. That
I mean,
becomes a
fair
racist
enough.
statement. Is that a
I
positive
believe,
thing or a negative thing?
I mean, yeah, I believe it's a little bit positive because if I'm fucking drowning, I'm not gonna point to the black guy like, "Hey, save me." If he's gonna drown right along with me. I'm probably gonna point to the white guy, more than likely to the white guy and to the Mexicans, because Mexicans can swim, obviously. Obviously, Mexicans and Cubans, they can swim, obviously very fucking good. Haitians, they can swim, but just regular African Americans cannot swim. So no. So yeah, I believe it does. Go ahead.
At that point, I don't think it's a black thing. I think it's an African American thing that you fuckers can't swim. Because Haitians can swim their asses off. You look at all those Jamaica commercials, all those tourists, and they taking some shirtless, skinny, freaking Abercrombie and Fish looking black guy with dreadlocks and a spear.
Hey,
I don't really count them. I don't really count them as black, man.
Swimming in
Jonathan.
jeans, catching fish.
Jonathan, you remember that staff sergeant from Motor T that jumped in the shallow end? He's like 6'4" and was like, "I can't swim!" And he splashed around. They were like, "Stand up!" Or he stood up. He stood up and he was like, "Oh, my bad." That shit came up to like above his knee.
Yes, I do remember this specific incident. It was terrible.
But to really say, I guess in some ways it is kind of good to be racist sometimes because, believe it or not, as much as fucking, you know, people don't want to admit it, people really go off like their stereotypes a lot. You know, like black people sometimes take pride in the fact that we can't fucking swim, and that's some of the times that's why black people don't want to learn how to swim. It's like, well, we can't swim anyway. I don't really know. I mean, I guess, you know, Jewish people all good at money. I haven't met a Jewish person who hasn't been really good at money. So, I mean, like I said, like we said before the show, it can't really be a stereotype if it's true.
True.
Can
It's a stereotype for a reason, though. You know,
Look, okay, we could say that stereotypes have an element of truth in them,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't say it can't be because it's not going to be all the way true.
I mean, no.
Obviously.
I mean, out of all the black people I know, which is a lot, it's probably maybe like one or two who can swim. Not
That's
well.
ridiculous.
Like, not well.
That's
So,
terrible.
Jonathan, what you're saying is that we can't blanket an entire race with the stereotype, but the stereotype does exist for a reason.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think anybody in their right mind can agree with that to a point. Like, obviously, if it's like myth or legend, it comes from somewhere.
Like all black people eat chicken and watermelon.
Yeah,
I haven't met a black person who doesn't eat chicken and watermelon.
I have, but again, that's a
Something wrong with that
minority.
motherfucker,
That's a crazy minority. So that's a crazy minority in a minority. Nice.
Yeah, fair enough.
So anyway, not the point. Point I'm trying to say is, I was very curious if that was the case. But anyway, all right. Who wants to start off? Do you want to Puppet Master, or do you want to Alone in the
They're
Dark?
Alone in the Dark.
Okay. Hey, is my video?
Your video's not showing. I don't think mine's going to take very long. I'm pretty sure if your topic's what we talked about the other day, I'm pretty sure yours is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
So you want me to kick off, or
Yes.
you want to take it?
Take it and let me try and fix this shit while I'm here.
All right. So this top, right? And there's 2 states in the entire country that is illegal to pump your own gas. All right. I know it's weird. Oregon and New Jersey are the 2 states, And a lot of people are upset about that in the state, but a lot of people aren't because they say I should have the right to pump my own gas if I want to. My argument is that I think the entire country should be illegal to pump your own gas, and there's a reason for my saying this, right? By it being illegal and having gas jockeys at the gas station, it only raises gas at the most 10 cents a gallon, but usually 2 or 3 cents. All right. So if you do the math on that, I'm willing to pay that amount to employ that many people. Because when I say that many people, it's pretty drastic. If you take, I think it's Oregon. Yeah, it's Oregon that has 948 gas stations. All right. You multiply that by 3 shifts, you know, because you're going to have 3 shifts on a basis, and then 2 employees, or 2 people per shift. Make sense?
Yeah.
So you're looking at 5,688 jobs just in the state of Oregon made by banning the ability to pump gas on your own. We did that across the states, and people paid 2, 3, maybe at the most 10 cents a gallon, just the worst case scenario. I mean, we're talking another 284,400 jobs. That's pretty ridiculous. Just because people want to. And the argument is, well, I should have the right to pump my own gas. Well, you know what? Whatever, man. But the fact of the matter is it's not costing us that much more to pump our own gas. And on the other note, I would also be willing to pay another 50 cents a gallon to guarantee that our our gas that we're paying came from oil from the United States, as opposed to
definitely.
Paying 50 cents less, but I'm getting it from another country, and employ more Americans, more money in the United States. I think these are things that we need to do, but I don't think it'll ever happen. What do you think? No? Yes? Everybody's on board with me?
I'm waiting for somebody to make, but I'll go ahead. All right. I personally, I'd have to see actual numbers of how much of a difference it would actually make. But I'll be honest with you, I don't think it would hurt. I don't see anybody getting damaged off of it.
All right, well,
and as far as I'm concerned, anything that doesn't damage and that looks like it's going to give a boost is worth a shot.
All right, so here's a quick stat that AAA does the whole, this is how much each state it costs for gas on a regular basis, right? Yeah. Washington, the state of Washington, right, has all self-serve gas stations. Not a single one of them is full service, right? Their gas is about 40 cents more per gallon than Oregon, and they have refineries in Washington. Oregon doesn't, and the closer you are to the refinery, the cheaper it's supposed to be to get that stuff to the gas station, which in turn should be cheaper at the pump. And they're saying, well, that's due to taxes. Well, even if that is due to the taxes being 20 cents more a gallon by state, that's still not proportionate enough for it to justify why that disparity is there. Make sense? Am I losing you?
Yeah.
No, it sounds good.
So, I mean, we got full service. We employ an extra almost 6,000 people in the state of Oregon, and our gas is cheaper.
Now here's
New Jersey, the other state, their gas is almost the cheapest in the nation, and they're full service.
Here's my only draw, because I mean, we talked about it before, and this sounds, I mean, it's employing a lot of people, it's not changing the cost significantly, but beyond that, I kind of need a reason to deny people that right to pump their own gas, other than, hey, it helps the economy. Yeah, that's great and everything, but we could say that about, I mean, practically a whole list of shit.
Right.
What I need is, like, this is for safety reasons, okay?
Well,
these people are, certified and such to, make sure nobody catches on fire. No fucking, environmental concerns is another thing. There's people fucking up pumping gas and dropping gas on the ground all the time.
In the Oregon State Legislature, there is 18 different reasons of why you're not allowed to pump your gas. Yeah, well, some of them are crap. But some of them I could see. I mean, I've seen some dumb people pump their own gas before, and yeah, it's pretty interesting. But it is what it is. I mean, you're right. One of the guys that I read an article, and one of the guys argued that would be the equivalent to making it illegal to cut your own grass, and that you got to pay someone else to do it. And I was like, no, no, that's a little different for me. I don't see that.
Yeah. I mean, I've definitely met some people. I've definitely met some people that I don't think are capable of handling something as active as gasoline. Most of them live in freaking Jonathan Esther's house. But I just need like if they're certifying these people, like, hey, this guy went to such and such class, for protect environment, freaking safety things, this and that your average person doesn't know. Yeah. Then I totally get it. I just don't want to get into the idea that, hey, this is creating new jobs, so we need to ban people from doing it. That's not a mentality I want to keep,
Right. I can see that. I just
but that's different. That's a different situation because there's a bunch of shit that like if you want to change the Freon in your AC, you can try and do that by yourself. I've actually been party to somebody doing it. But that's illegal, and that's because they don't want the Freon getting released into the fucking environment. A lot of people fuck it up, release Freon to the air. That shit's terrible for the fucking environment. So now it's banned. You have to be certified or have somebody that's certified come do it. That's totally understandable, and that could be the same thing for pumping gas. Like, hey, these are all the spills that happen on self-service day, and I'm sure it's a lot. Like I talk to people about the stupid shit they see while working at one of these gas stations. I'm sure it happens often enough that it's something that for 1 cent a gallon or 10 cents a gallon, how much of it costs, is going to protect a lot of fucking spills from happening or people being put in danger and shit like that,
Right.
I mean, it's as I said, it's a good idea. It sounds like a good idea, but you ever heard of I think it's called Snake's Law or something like that. It's the concept that for any idea there will be unintended consequences, consequences that we can't foreshadow. So I would want to know, foresee, not foreshadow. Yeah, that's but I would want to know what because again, it sounds fantastic, but I want to know if it would be detrimental in a certain aspect to the society or that area. I think it's a fantastic idea. I don't really see any downfall on it, but again, I'm not like an economist, so I don't get to see all angles of a problem like that.
Yeah, my thing with something like that is when it's just going to cost money, sometimes if we've got enough information here, I mean, we got 2 states doing it already. They haven't fucking collapsed because of this, There haven't been any apparent problems that have come about. Might as well throw it in effect, and we'll see what happens nationwide from it, I can't see anything. Maybe there's something that might pop up, but worst case scenario, we're just going to lose some money, which we're fucking losing like fucking mad right now.
Anyway, yeah,
So the risk-benefit there, the benefit of putting 250,000 people to work and making these things safer, there's people not fucking getting burned to death in a goddamn gas station, making the environment more sound by freaking these idiots not spilling fucking gasoline everywhere. I mean, there's a lot of benefits there that to forego it because there might be a risk we don't know about. We're just gonna have to fucking take it,
Yeah. I'm down with it. I'm down with the idea.
All right. That was more than expected.
Fucking do it.
Yeah.
Honestly, thought that Alone in the Dark area was going to come with the hell no, that's my right to pump my own gas. Don't take that from me.
and I mean, there is a little bit of something in that, as a matter of fact. There are some people who cherish their independence. It's kind of like I was going to use an analogy of the businesses and stuff, but not worried about that. The point is, there's some people out there who kind of value being independent. Like, I could easily see like a 40, 50-year-old dude going, I pump my gas every day of my life, and you're not going to start pumping it for me now. What then? Are they legally not allowed to pump their own gas at that point? Like Alone in the Dark was saying earlier. But again, that's one of those things where if it'll ruffle the feathers of a couple of old men to get their gas pumped by someone who's getting paid to do it, I'm fine with it. That boy can be ruffled, no question.
Hey, you know what? You know what? You say that, but everything I've read, it's almost very minute how many old people are actually against it. The people who are against it is the young generation.
Yeah,
it is us. It's anyone 32 and below is usually the ones fighting this tooth and nail.
but it's always going to be minute because most people can see above the point. Like, I understand why you would like this to be something you can do yourself. I get it. But for the greater good, you're going to have to shelf your pride.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, no, as I said, I'd be down for it. Barring any negative consequences brought up, I'd be down for it.
Well,
all right.
We'll take those consequences.
Look, Alone in the Dark, what about you?
My opinion on that or my topic? What are you talking
No, your topic, because I think we're pretty solid on this. Unless Cold Conscience has something to say, which I don't think he cares either way, to be quite honest.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure are we watching his TV forum?
I'm pretty sure he'd like to be able to pull up to the gas station and have a white man serve him. So,
hey man, listen, pump my goddamn gas. I don't care as long as gas keep going down. Fuck him, everybody looks like him.
Thanks for that, Obama. By the way, thank you for bringing our gas prices down. Just want to give a shout out.
I mean, come on, you got, come on, hey,
Obama.
Hey, listen.
You know
Black
what?
people don't get to do a lot of things, but when we do something, we're gonna let you know.
You know what's funny is the switch for that, for the gas prices going down. Like, back when those fuckers were jacking up, there was all kinds of people blaming Obama about that shit, right? And then there was a bunch of freaking, Obama supporters going, man, the president doesn't fucking control the gas prices. Well, you guys are just throwing shit at him for no reason. Now that the gas prices are going down, you got a bunch of freaking, yeah, look what he did. He's making good changes. This is more of Obama's America, blah, blah, blah. And you got a bunch of fucking Republicans. Man, fuck that guy. This wasn't him.
But I mean, this is a truth that
It fucking switched.
This is the truth that we've known. It's kind of like we used to joke about, what was it, back when Bush was president? If you said anything about the president, it's like, you're being unpatriotic. You're being challenging the president is unpatriotic.
You need to support the commander-in-chief during the time of war we're in,
You might not like what he has to say. You might not approve of his decisions, but he's the commander-in-chief, and he deserves your respect. As soon as Obama became president, if you don't challenge the commander-in-chief, you're not a real American, because real Americans challenge bad people.
This socialism. He's the worst president ever. And
Exactly.
I love that. Like, if you think he's the worst president ever, you haven't watched your history very much. Not that there's a History Channel to watch. But there was, I can't remember which president it was. I had the name before the show, but I fucking forgot once we started. But there was one president that was like on a train, and he declared him Jesus, and was running around the train naked or some shit. It was fucking crazy. The dude went ape shit.
I mean,
you leave Thompson alone. You leave him alone. LBJ is a good man. He's a nice man. You leave him alone.
You shut the hell up, man. There's only one real president in America waiting for his return. Roosevelt, bitch.
Oh, shit.
We need a motherfucking president that can duel. That's a fat motherfucker that was killing shit. I'm down.
Yeah. That dude's got an interesting fucking history.
When you hear a motherfucker gets shot and then gets on the podium and finishes his speech, I'm down with that kind of man. I don't care whether
uses it as a point of the speech,
I don't care if you're conservative or liberal.
He coughs up a bullet and continues.
Like coughs it up into a special CIA napkin, folds it and hands it over. As I was saying,
there you go.
Bitches be tripping, yeah.
Find out who made this bullet and go kill him, please. Thank you.
But anyway, I think
okay.
it's been a running joke. I've told people forever, because I don't vote. I've told people that I only vote for first. So first woman, first race thing, all that. I'm not a big voter. I'm a local voter, not a national voter. Because as far as I've seen in my life, and granted, a lot of people have made a strong point as to why you should still vote nationally, which I agree with. It makes a difference. It does make a difference.
I know that.
For me,
No, it
no,
doesn't.
The electoral
hold on,
college can do whatever the fuck they
wrong.
want, man.
You're wrong. It does make a difference, but for me, the difference is so
Now,
minimal, it doesn't matter. For me, when I saw
here's how I'll
Obama
put it.
deporting more people than any conservative president ever, that answered any question as far as voting Democratic or liberal. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, the fucking foreign, or what is it called? The foreign diplomacy has been the exact same no matter what president we have. We're
Exactly.
being complete dickheads to a bunch of countries, and then getting surprised when they don't like America no more. Like,
Yeah.
it's fucking
Now,
ridiculous.
I'll say this. Our political relations with countries tend to be a little better with a liberal president than a conservative president, for obvious reasons. But that's what I'm saying. That's like the minimal difference I'm talking about.
I don't necessarily think that statement's true. I think it's
See,
Yeah, I
not the
don't-
same. I just think it's split. The countries we normally don't get along with, we start getting along with, and we piss off our allies. So I think
We kind of switch them out. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be
it's-
a switch around. Yeah.
argument about gaps and Obama. It's liberals and Democrats. It's just a flip flop, man. It's
Could be right. I haven't looked at it from that angle of the flip flop. I looked at it mostly from, acquired friends and quick losses of enemies. But you're right. We could acquire friends and lose our friends in that process. I've never looked at that side.
Yeah.
Either way,
Who knows, man?
anyway. Alone in the
It's
Dark.
actually depressing, like especially if you're watching history and seeing the legendary statesman country had back shit we're left with now. Like
Yep.
we don't have those fucking legendary people that we had back in the fucking world wars and shit like that.
Balls of steel.
Well, I guess didn't have that many.
I
But anyway,
was
on to speaking of war. That's gonna segue into my fucking topic.
Oh,
What,
shoot.
what do you got to say there?
No.
Yes,
I'll shoot it real
So-
quick so that you can go. The rudeness of you. I'll shoot it real quick. I was saying, whenever I get cynical, I was showing some young kids at my job. I was like, whenever I get cynical, I'll tell you what I watch. And they go, what do you watch? I go,
Black Dynamite.
no, aside from Black Dynamite.
Besides
when I
Black
watch-
Dynamite.
When I watch him, I just get more cynical because, But anyway, I watch, honestly, Charlie Chaplin's The Great Dictator. Anytime I get cynical about politics, man, I watch it and I listen to that speech. For anybody who doesn't know, Charlie Chaplin released either his only or one of the very few movies in which he talked was called The Great
Yeah.
Dictator. And I think it's 1942 probably, but it has, for me, the best, but arguably the best monologue speech in cinema. End of story. His speech at the end of
Just
it.
if you
as
haven't
a
watched Patton.
No, I watched Patton. Patton was great too, but for me, Patton doesn't hold a candle to that one because that one was just, I just mean, especially because Patton had time to develop like speeches in cinema. That was like one of the first movies where someone could talk, and this motherfucker just gave one of the most epic speeches. Speeches that, compared to movies being made today, they don't hold a candle to it. Like, I listen to it and it's still as valid and as inspirational today as it was way back then. Hello, internets. Anyway, but yeah, that was my point. Whenever I get cynical, I listen to The Great Dictators. Look at that Muslim woman looking so hot. Where's her hijab? Where's her hijab?
Hey, man, they ain't real people. You know what I mean? They're allowed to take it down. Woman.
All right,
But,
go ahead, shoot.
Now you ruined my segue, but whatever. Now
War,
we
what is it
just
good
fucking
for?
walk-
What is it good for? Exactly.
Yeah, there we go. So my topic was on. Now it kind of, and I read my post on it earlier. It kind of devolved into a women and gays in the military, which have their freaking equal parts, equal problems. I foresee for it. Okay. First thing I'd like to throw out there, this is why this is an interesting topic for me, is because I totally support gay rights. Like, this whole fucking thing that's been going on, I've been loving every part, especially, like, southern states getting their ass kicked at court and gay people get to marry in there. That is nothing better than watching those fucking southern bastards get their fucking teeth kicked in like that. I love that shit, Even if it wasn't about people's actual rights, I fucking support you just for doing that, okay? But on to the military, okay? And it's been a topic of interesting evolving topic over the last couple of years. You know, it's probably since they instated Don't Ask, Don't Tell, it's been a fucking evolving topic since then. That was Clinton, right? That was what, 1996 he did that or something like that?
The 90s.
But
96.
But here's my view, and this is why it's kind of twisted as somebody who totally supports this whole gay rights movement and stuff like that. I do not think women or gay people should be in an infantry unit in the military.
Okay.
Now,
That's a very broad statement. That's cool. Yeah, we'll get there. Go ahead.
And there's a necessity behind this being broad, okay? Why it's that encompassing. It has nothing to do with their ability, okay? Something people don't understand. I keep seeing it come up on the internet. Like, gay people are now allowed in the military due to Obama. Gay people have always been in the military, okay? And for the most part, if you ain't gay going in, you might get a little gay coming out, okay? Like, it just fucking works out that way, okay?
Hey, Alone in the Dark.
What's up, man?
I'm sure you haven't had strawberries in a while.
yeah, I have not, as a matter of fact. I'm fucking. But anyways,
I'll explain that later.
Back to me. We've had and I've met gay people in the military because when you're around somebody that much, your coworker might get away with it. Okay, your freaking teenage kid might get away with it. But when you're freaking packed around nothing but fucking idiots for months straight, you're gonna figure it out. Okay, it's not that.
We had a couple when we were deployed.
A gay person has made it through. Yeah. So my thing is it has nothing to do with either women or gay people's ability of why I don't want them in the infantry unit. Okay, I totally think that there's women out there more than tough enough, especially if you've been in a fucking infantry unit. You see how low those fuckers can go. There's a whole lot of women more qualified than the dumbest person in the infantry unit.
Word.
Like a whole fucking, probably all of them. Okay, all the women are more qualified than the dumbest person in an infantry unit. But the reason that I have an issue with it is mostly logistical. Okay, like when we went out, like when we deployed, us as support units here, me and freaking Dave, we got to go out into the shit. Like when people ask me, have you seen the shit? I tell them I visited the shit, okay? I didn't stay there. That's the difference between us as support and them as a freaking infantry guys is they actually live in the shit. Okay, they're out there in those fucking busted up, half blown up buildings, shit like that. They're actually in the city. They're begging us to bring them shit from the PX because they don't got shit out there. They're eating MREs. That's actually what it's all about. When you're in those conditions, you don't have the ability to make special accommodations for anybody. Now, for instance, women, for all of us, when we were out in Iraq, women and men had separate showers or at least separate shower times. Okay, there was like blocked off, hey, on fucking Thursday from fucking 7 to 10, women are the only one, or females are the only ones allowed in the shower, some shit like that. They had separate living quarters. They had their own either squad mate, bunch of women, or if they were in the cans, there was, women in this one, blah, blah, blah. An infantry unit cannot afford to make those accommodations. Everyone's sleeping together, everyone's shitting together, everyone's showering together. They can't fucking separate it. And really, that's not a thing against the women. That's more for them because they can't be separated and it leaves them in an uncomfortable spot, okay? If you tell some girl, and men are always going to out fucking number women in the military. It's a struggle for them to get the what? I think it's 10% is female, right?
Yeah,
something around 10% or something. It's a struggle for them to hit that 10%. Like, it's just not going to fucking ever equal. They'll never be 50-50 in there, So it's always going to be some girl outnumbered 10-1 by a bunch of guys. If you want her to go showering with these guys, sleeping next to them, this and that. And that rolls back to, why am I against gay people? They're all men here, right? This is another thing is you can't really not give special accommodations for that. Okay, like showering together. And I hear it all the time. People say, man, any guy that's bothered with a gay guy showering with them, he's just freaking an idiot. a gay guy's not just gonna fall in love with every guy, blah blah. That's totally true. And to be honest, it doesn't fucking bother me. When we were in guard, you guys know the kid who was questionable sexuality? Yeah.
That's why I asked you about the strawberries.
No.
That's why I asked you
Dave, this was a different guy, not that guy. But
oh my God,
it
there
didn't
was another
bother
one?
me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was he as bad as the last one?
No. He was
The
bad
last
in
one was
his
a
own ways.
Yeah, the last one was a cartoon character of a human being.
Yeah, exactly. But people were bothered showering when that guy was in there. Okay? It didn't fucking bother me. I don't give a shit. If you want to admire my dick, go right ahead. I'm not going to stop anybody from that. But there was people bothered by it, and I can't really, even though it doesn't bother me, I can't really sit there and tell you, hey, no, man, get the fuck in there. It's not a big deal. Because we wouldn't do that to women. Can you guys imagine freaking, let's say there's some staff NCO, he's got one female on deck with 10 guys, and, hey, Lance Corporal Roberts, go out there and fucking shower with those guys. What, oh, you're complaining about it? Not every guy's going to find you attractive, okay? Suck it up, go shower with them. Could you guys imagine what would have happened to that staff sergeant if that happened? Like, his ass would be on the evening news. He would be on the evening news that fucking night if he did that to a woman, So, I can't tell a guy, hey, you shouldn't be bothered by showering with this gay guy if it's not okay to tell a woman to do the same fucking thing, And it's not. I would be mad if fucking I saw some female Marine got harassed like that, Go shower with all these guys. Nobody's gonna find you attractive anyways. That would piss me off, For some reason, people think it's okay to turn that back on guys and go shower with that gay guy. He's not gonna find you attractive. Now that's suddenly okay. Now that line of thought is no. Another issue I have with both women and gays in an infantry unit is one of the things that help those units freaking glue together, cohese together, is that there's not that type of drama in there usually, at least not out in fucking Iraq, right? Which is, there's nobody fucking each other, hopefully. We're going by, hopefully we just got all straight guys in here. Okay, there's no women, there's no freaking gay guys in there, there's no sexual relationships, and that makes those units get together better than they could otherwise. Okay, imagine how many times have you guys seen two Marines get in a fucking fight, beat the shit out of each other, and then be best friends minutes later?
Yeah.
A lot.
Oh yeah, a couple of us have done it, right?
Yep.
That's gonna happen. Like, imagine change
sure.
that into two guys fighting and one of them losing, and there's a woman there that he's interested in. You think that wound's gonna heal right away? No, I mean he'll be fucking pissed about it. Instead of fucking it blowing over like guys are able to do, get in a fucking fight, bam, this fucking whole argument's over. We're solved. We're friends again. Those aren't gonna work anymore like that because there's that extra fucking angle here now. And people think it's not going to be a big deal. It is going to be a big deal because I know my wife's postal unit, there was 10 females, 5 of them pregnant at the same time, most of them with fellow Marines' kids, including my wife. Okay? That's just how it happens. You got a bunch of late teenage, early 20s-year-old people, first time out of mommy's house. You put them in a co-ed environment, they're gonna be fucking. It's gonna fucking happen. Okay, and
So
that's
what
gonna
you're saying is
destroy that.
You're saying is you took advantage of your wife.
Oh, totally, man. Oh, I paid good money for it, man. You can't take advantage of property.
Like, you motherfuckers couldn't believe it. If I tell you some of the stories of this asshole and his wife in Iraq.
No, I know. I know. You got nothing.
Just to tell you guys how bad that dude got.
I'm pretty sure we had convoys just so you could get laid, but that
the unit literally dragged me away from him, cornered him, and beat the shit out of him to make up for all that shit.
One time.
One time. It took a lot of work to get him without, because he walked around. Most people don't know this, but being Arab, I'm pretty sure he has a knife on him right now. Being Arab, he had a lot of knives on him at all times. So it took a good 30 minutes to thoroughly disarm him.
He's looking around to see what he's got.
But anyways.
Look, I can sympathize with your point. I can agree with your point, but I've heard. I will play devil's advocate in this scenario, even though I agree, because I'm a little bit on the fence on this. The running thought against what you just said is it's not the woman or the gay guy's job to make other people more comfortable. It is other people's job to be more tolerant. Now, granted, if we're being realists, obviously, we're not there yet if we're ever going to be there. We're nowhere near even close to being in a society where that can go over easily. A bunch of guys, a small amount of girls, and some fuckery doesn't abound. There's no way.
Yeah,
You're
totally right.
Yeah, I don't see that happening with gay people as much, obviously, but I don't know, man. I like to think that shouldn't be something that should be stopped. I like to think that's something that should happen so that it can be addressed now and we can figure out how to solve that problem.
Here's my issue, okay? Because I totally... Go ahead. Go ahead,
The way to solve the situation that, one of the Dark is saying is for everyone to be asexual and not be attracted to each other, and that's just
No, not true. Not true. Look.
Well, yeah, you will never be able to expect a woman to have to shower with the 10 dudes. You can't expect, a bunch of straight guys, all of them, to be okay with showering with the gay guy. You can't expect that to happen. It's never going to happen.
Listen, that's a ridiculous...
If that happens, you can't do what he just stated.
Look, that's a ridiculous statement to make, because that's like saying if we're walking around every day and we see some broad who's scantily clad and looks amazing, she can't expect us not to freaking stare at her.
Not it at all.
That's ridiculous. No.
Those aren't comparable.
Hold on. Yes, it is.
I would like to... Hey, hold on. Make sure to note that, because I want to bring that back up again at the end of the fucking show.
All right, I'll bring it back up. It would be ridiculous for you to say, hey, if I'm going out and I see someone who's scantily clad, like scantily dressed, and then looks fantastic, I can't help but stare at her. Is it really hard not to look? Obviously. But you can help yourself than to stare at her. If I'm showering with a bunch of guys in a room, especially military individuals, there's an argument to be made that you as a military individual should have enough discipline not to pursue your thoughts. There's nothing saying you can't control your thoughts, but you should have enough discipline not to pursue where they go. If I'm in a shower with a gorgeous woman who's naked and she's showering next to me, as a married man, can I promise you I won't look? That would be a lie, let's be honest. But can I promise you I won't touch? Yes, I won't.
As a married guy, I don't make that promise.
Yeah,
I don't make that promise.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Like, if it's a naked girl next to me in the shower, well, first I probably got her there in the first place. That's first and foremost. Second of all, if I got her there, I'm going to complete the deed.
Look, but here's the point. You're talking about a willing participant. What if you got her there? Okay. Alone in the dark. I'm not alone in the dark, my bad. Co-conscious. Perfect.
Gotcha.
You actually gave me the perfect scenario. What if you get her there? You get her all the way there, right? You've done all the right moves. You're about to get at it, and all of a sudden this broad goes, I'm not comfortable. About halfway through. Like every man has experienced. You're about halfway to where you need to be to get everything going, and then the lady just goes, No, I can't. I just feel like this is wrong.
Then she's walking home.
Get your clothes and get the fuck out.
Agreed. Just like you did that, you can do that in the shower.
Huh?
No, you can't. You can't tell her to get the fuck out of the shower.
No.
Leave the towel and get the fuck out of here.
Leave the towel and get out. Leave the pool. Just get out.
No. What you can do is you can stop, is what I'm saying.
Stop what?
It does not have to go further than your
Hey,
thoughts.
We're getting away from the topic, and I don't want to forget what the hell I want to say. So.
Shoot. My bad. All right, let's get back to the topic. First
All
off,
right.
you shoot, Puppet Master.
All right. So personally, I have no problem with gay people in the military, not a bit. And up until Alone in the Dark made that statement, that never even crossed my mind that would be an issue. However,
But
you're right. That very well is an issue. Now, here's the thing. I don't care if they're gay. All I care about is they conduct themselves as a military member. If they're pushing it in my face and they're flaunting it around, I'm gay, this, that, but you know what? That's a problem. You join the military and the guys that you were going to act like a professional, and my sexual preference has no bearing on what I do at work as a straight man. Just like your gay preference shouldn't have any bearing on how you act at work. You should act as a professional. Now, when it comes to females in the infantry, I don't think they have a place in the infantry. Not a bit. And I got a lot of females that agree with me in and out of the military. There's very few people. Most of the people who want females in the infantry aren't even in the military. You know, they just want this right because it's just one more notch in the fucking belt, right? They don't belong there for the sheer fact that it is human male nature to protect a woman when shit hits the fan. And I don't want to think unlogically when shit hits the fan to risk my life and the guy next to me's life because she just happened to get caught out in the open and get shot at. And I run out and try to save her. There are too many scenarios where I see myself doing something probably I wouldn't sporadically do in any other situation except for females in state.
Yeah.
But my entire section, squad, team, platoon, whoever, put them all at risk because she's a female. And I can see myself doing it. I've always been that way.
Yeah.
all right, what about you, Alone in the Dark?
That is another point that I was trying to put into to words is it would cause an issue, being that I don't think men are capable of seeing injured and killed women as much as they're able to see injured and killed men, whether or not they know them or not. Okay, I'll give you guys an example. I don't remember who was with me. Dave, you might have been with me, but I can't fucking remember. Do you remember when we went to Stu Seagal Studios?
Oh yeah, the lady with
and
the
did that
amputee.
training out? Yeah.
Man, did you see that
this
Marino
is
was
something
shooting
that
himself?
Black
Yeah.
Widow, I remember her well. Everybody remembers Black Widow.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Here's what I saw that was pretty interesting there. Okay, so the amputee ladies, and to tell everybody, all our viewers here, Stu Seagal Studios is like a movie theater. Okay, or not a movie theater, a movie studio where they do special effects, stuff like that. But he closes it down, and he has a section where he actually lets Marines go in and train on his property. Okay, and they have whole little villages set up, you know, buildings to do, room clearing, stuff like that. And they actually have paid actors and actresses either combating against you or acting like civilians while you're on your patrol, stuff like that. It's for asking the intel guy. It cost $120,000 to send the battalion there. 1,200 guys, so about $1,000 a person. But I think it's great money spent. Like it is pretty good fucking training, especially compared to the shit we usually do,
Yeah,
which is
absolutely.
so much
think
imagination. Yeah, you don't have any ammo. Fucking, was it butter jam or something?
Tap, rack, bang, butter jam, baby.
I'm telling you, in just the military, I have played soldier as a little kid. You know, played military guy with my friends, and it'd be more realistic than the fucking training we do. Some of those, that shit doesn't make any fucking sense. Okay, so the training was really good, but here's what I saw that interests me about the topic is that amputee lady. Okay, this lady had no knees or no legs from the knees down. Okay. And what she would do is she had her prosthetics, and so she would be in the freaking show. You know, here she is, a civilian, having tea, blah, blah, blah. Here's the little Marines going through, patrolling the fucking town, passing these people, having their tea, and somebody shoots an RPG and blows the cafe up. The Marines run over there to help, and this lady's legs look like they just got blown off because her prosthetics come off. Blood fucking everywhere. it's horrifying. You know, it looks like this chick just lost her fucking legs, okay? Obviously, we all understand this is all a fucking scenario, okay? It's not real. It's these are actors. This is all fake shit. We all know this. I remember one of the guys, he was a sergeant, I can't fucking remember his name, ran over to help that girl, right? And as he's helping her, burst into fucking tears.
Yep.
And he, you know,
he's shaking.
Exactly. And he just freaking, I mean, even though he knew it was fake, it fucking affected him that bad seeing a woman that fucking injured. And we have been, that guy had been to Iraq before.
Yep.
You know, he had seen real dead people.
We had just done whole.
What's that?
He already had a combat action ribbon.
Yeah. You know, he had seen actual fucking combat, seen dead, you know, real dead people, and here's a fake blown that he knows is fake, that he understands is fake, blown up woman, and it fucking breaks him down like that. And that's another issue with unit effectiveness, man. I don't, even if, you know, let's say the whole relationship stays fucking asexual, nobody bothers each other about it, bam, they're out there, you know, fucking male Marine number 2 over here gets shot, you know, people, of course, are fucking hurt by it, you know, nobody likes seeing other people get injured, but they do their job, you know? Here's freaking Lance Corporal female over here, she gets shot, and everybody fucking panics, because it's a woman that just went down, and men are not able to fucking handle that.
So basically,
you know, even if those two soldiers were exactly comparable, okay, or these two Marines were exactly comparable, they had the exact same skills, the exact same abilities, one of them went down and the whole rest of the team was able to do their job, the other one went down and made a bunch of people freak out. That is not the woman's fault at all. You know, this isn't something she did wrong or something like that. It's, you know, some fucking conditioning we have that I don't even know if I want to try and condition Marines from not doing that, from not being extra panicked when a woman gets killed around them. Do we really want to try and take that out of somebody's psyche? That doesn't sound fucking good.
Hell,
okay?
You could even make it bigger. Do we want to take it out of society?
That's exactly.
Go. Once you start taking it out of the military, it's going to bleed over just like anything else. I mean, guys get out, man, they procreate, and they raise kids and teach them the same thing that they learned, you know?
Yeah, I don't know if culturally that would work.
Now, logically, I totally understand somebody saying those freaking other Marines they should have that trained out of them and get rid of it. It's just, there's not unlimited amount of time for training. Like, Dave, you were saying earlier, hey, those guys shouldn't have a fucking problem with this, and I think you're right. I think you're totally right. But how much time do we want to spend training that out of them that comes out of their fucking training time for actual military exercises? We have, let's say 6 months, 6 to 12 months is like your average time that a Marine comes from fucking infantry training. They have 6 to 12 months to train them up, and bam, we're deployed. It might take that whole fucking 6 months to train this Marine out of fucking doing that. And that's great. You know, here you are, you got a politically correct unit here, everything's going fine. But they have no fucking combat training because that's all we could spend our time on.
Yeah, you know, I honestly believe if you were to train that out of me, I would not be the guy you guys know today.
I don't think anybody would. I couldn't even. I guarantee you, this marriage that I have that I think is awesome and everybody thinks is great would be a shadow of itself. I mean, okay, look.
I don't think I could raise my kids properly. I really don't.
Let's be honest. I don't think that should be something. I mean, if you're gonna take it in that direction, I don't know if I can. I'm obviously on your side in this because I think it would be great to have, as you said, that morally good unit, but the price you would pay.
The politically correct one.
Yeah, the politically correct one, but the price you would pay socially is almost so great. I would rather not see it. So I guess we could kind of wrap this up under the guise of this is a situation of the concept versus the reality not working out together. Conceptually, obviously, we're all in agreement. Yes, women and gays belong in the military and on the front line with everybody else. But the reality of it, as practitioners, we would all agree would be no. it wouldn't function right, or at least at this very juncture in our culture and society, it wouldn't function right. Yes, Cole Conscience, my bad.
We done this topic.
not yet. not yet.
Okay, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask everybody to have one more shot, but go ahead.
I got one last shot real quick.
Shoot, go ahead.
You just said that we all agree that they have a place in the military and a place on the front lines.
Theoretically.
No,
but I think the reality.
I would never believe that a woman belongs in infantry. Never. Even if you were to train that out of me, I don't feel that it's a good thing.
All right.
Yeah, because you're never going to be able to train 100% of these people out of the mindset, and that's that one person that's going to cost a life. That could potentially cost 2 or 3 lives, potentially a whole squad, because of that one person who cannot bring himself to separate that part of him from combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also feel the same way about
Hold on. Let Cole Conscience go ahead.
I feel the same way about law enforcement sometimes too. It's kind of the same thing with law enforcement.
Like what? Profiling?
No. I think that would be even harder in law enforcement, considering there are women on the front line of law enforcement.
Yeah, that I'm saying. I don't really think that. I don't want to sound like rude, but that's one thing. I don't really think women. I talk to my father about this all the time. It's not because I really don't think women really belongs really that much in law enforcement either. Because every time, and I'm going off really kind of that, but kind of like physical ability. There's some women out there who could be great police officers, but there's a lot of women out there. Every time you hear something happening to a police officer, there's always a woman involved. There's always a woman police officer always fucking up, because a lot of women police officers run off of emotion. That's a problem. As a police officer, you had to run off of instinct and shit like that. A lot of them do. A lot of women, you give like a little bit of power when they try to go fucking overboard with it. I said my father said that there was a police officer pulled over one time. What?
Go ahead.
You're right.
No, he's not.
No, listen.
Hey, I want to hear the story. I want to hear the story.
It was that white chick cop that shot Mike Brown. That's right. That's who it was.
Fair enough. Listen, but I'm saying, okay, for instance, when the guy ran into the fucking White House, who did he run past first? A fucking woman, Secret Service agent or whatever. She was a woman, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, this is really no payoff.
I don't know about all that.
It's really not a joke, but I'm seriously though. Like, my father said it was a police officer pulled over one time. They had this guy pulled over. It was about 4 guys in the car. Now, while the guy is getting these guys information, the 2 fucking women are on the passenger side, not backing this police officer up, talking to these guys, actually flirting with these guys. It's ridiculous. Now, that cop with the guy's fucking face shot off, it would have been their fault because they're not in the right fucking spots. That's the problem. Every time there's something wrong, it always seems to be a woman's fault.
But here's the mistake you're making, man.
Here's why. The only thing I would like to say to that statement is that's not limited to law enforcement. Now, carry on.
Here's the problem, and here's the mistake with the statement you just made. You just used a couple of bad examples with no factual numbers to back you up to generalize. And that's the mistake in that statement. That's where people that say women and gays belong in law enforcement frontline or military frontline, the statement you made is what gives them juice to keep fighting.
Because they're incapable of doing what the fuck they're supposed to do?
No, because you just generalized. Okay, you said all of that. Give me a good story of a law enforcement woman.
Give me a good story.
A positive story. See, now you sound biased. You sound like those white dudes who are racist who say stuff like, nah, man, I don't know one African American that wouldn't take a handout.
Shit, man, neither do I.
There is that.
Right there.
There is that one female police officer that sucked my dick in Philadelphia. So,
can you give me a fucking a good story of a woman officer?
I can't give you a bad story of a woman officer either. I can't give you a bad story of a military woman either. As well as I can't give you a good story of a military woman.
Well, actually, I can't.
I'm sure. The problem here is generalization. You're doing a lot of assumption with no facts.
What he's saying is, if you could say, look at right here, it shows women only make up 25% of the forces, but they cause 70% of the complaints. Then okay, we can look at that and go, okay, this is a fucking problem. But for all we know, the only freaking stories of bad cops is, mostly male, but you only remember the female ones. Like, think back at, like, freaking Puppet Master was joking about, who shot Mike Brown? It wasn't a woman.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I was about to say, if you
who choked that freaking black guy to death in New York? That wasn't a woman. There was a woman near, but she wasn't even touching the fucking guy.
Actually, the woman was in charge of all those cops, and she let it all happen. Just so you know. But
I remember that. I think she was black too, wasn't she? Because that's people were throwing out. There was a black female officer there, and she said it was okay. All right, well, that works. Strangle that bitch then. But that's what I'm saying is we actually need to see numbers on it. And now, there is that whole thing about the physical abilities. There's fucking tough ways. As long as it's the same test to get in there is what I'm trying to say.
No,
it's the same physical test.
I've always had a problem with
no,
the fact
it's
that
not.
I agree.
With the police department, that's another problem too. It's actually not. It's actually a very easier test.
It's not. It's not different. It's the same thing in the military. The female test is easier too.
Yeah. Like while men have to run a 13 minutes, a mile and a half in 13:09, I think women get like 16 or 17 minutes to run that. While we had to do 35 crunches, women only get like 18 crunches.
What's that in the military? You have to do a minimum of 3 pull-ups, and women have to do how long hang?
Like 10 second, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, they got to do like a 10-second pull-up bar hang.
That's the thing. Yeah. If women cry about women's rights, then the test would be exactly the same everywhere.
And I agree 100% on that. 100%. Where I have a problem is where you start saying stuff like, I have nothing but bad stories of bad police officers that are women. Like,
okay.
And no positive. No. Can you back this up anyway? No, I can't, but I know it's true. That's where it gets dangerous to me.
Okay, let me retract that statement. Let me retract that statement because my hatred of women came out. I get that. What I'm trying to say is that
they're all just knockoff Beyonces. As far as
that's not at all. But listen, what I'm trying to say is the test. That's probably what I'm trying to say is the test should be the same. Now, when they actually get into the academy, they get the same treatment kind of as men. Maybe it's a little bit softer, but they pretty much, from what I can tell, get the same treatment. So that's what I'm saying. My hatred of women came out on that. I'm sorry. It happens.
No need to be sorry, man. And here's the funny part. You make a fair point. But it's hard to argue that point when it's buried in what seems like bias. Absolutely. Once it starts looking biased, it's hard for someone to go, because did everything you said jive with me?
Yeah, that's a valid point.
Yeah, exactly. Because for me, I'll tell you what. I have heard that rumor for a long time. Okay, great example. I take it back. I do have one story about a female military person that I interacted with. One of the worst drill instructors, as far as being tough on recruits I dealt with in the military, was a woman. She walked through the door. I was at a dental office getting my teeth done. She walked through the door, and as all the guys who've been in the military know, we deal mostly with men. So we get used to saying, "Aye, sir," or "Good morning, sir," a lot. So as she walked out the door, I said, "Good morning, sir," looked again, realized it was a woman, and then went, "Ma'am." And for the next 30 minutes, she just drilled me into the ground outside because I confused her for a guy.
That sounds like a good time to me because my drift.
Whatever. The point I'm making is this. Whether I couldn't tell you if she did it to make a point or if she did it just because I'm exactly out of emotion. I can't argue to either or. I will tell you this. She kicked my ass in a push-up contest, and I think there's something to female drill instructors feeling like they have to work that much harder to be better than men because, let's be honest, right now in history, they do.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same thing with like your mom and the state troopers. I'm pretty sure she worked as probably as harder. What did she like graduate like almost damn near the top of her class?
She graduated almost top of her class. She is on record in Maryland as the oldest female state trooper to ever graduate. And she watched a bunch of former military members trying to join the police force quit around her as she kept going. Was it a smart idea? Yeah, I agree with you. I don't blame you. Was it a smart idea on her body? Absolutely not. She's paying for it now. But you know what? She's got that shit under her cap, I guess.
Fair enough.
I guess.
And that one was crazy as hell, man.
No argument there. Tell me a woman who isn't. Tell me a woman who isn't, and we can settle on that.
All right. So back on the training thing, there's very few females that have made it through the School of Infantry training for the enlisted side. There's not a single female officer who has made it through the officer School of Infantry, right?
Yep.
They just dropped the last two that ran. They just dropped them day one. They didn't even make it past day one, right? Now they're talking, do we need to lower the standards of the School of Infantry?
No.
That's the problem.
I would disagree with that 100%.
Yeah, I mean,
the standard shouldn't be lowered.
If you can't hack it, then you can't hack it, man.
Exactly.
Because
they're so desperate to be politically correct that they're willing to sacrifice the efficiency of the military.
Yeah,
and that is just going to fuck us in the long run. We're already having problems as it is. We don't need this other crap.
On that point, I will agree with you. I think it's ridiculous. That the test shouldn't be lowered. There's a reason it's a standard.
Yeah. Like I think I weighed 350 pounds in full armor, right? I think I don't not weigh 350 pounds just because you're a woman. My weight doesn't change.
Yeah.
That's why the fucking test shouldn't. You know, there's reasons we need people who. Now, there's totally women who can do it. Yeah. It's just probably a lot lower percentage than there is men who can. You know, when 70% of men can make it through, like a lot less women can make it through. You know?
The dropout rate for males at the School of Infantry is 38%. Fucking high.
Damn, I didn't know it was that high.
That's right. I didn't know it was that high either.
And that's not the enlisted side. That's the officer side. So 38% of male officers that go to School of Infantry fail out.
Yeah, Jesus, the fucking enlisted side, you just have to be a walking vegetable and you'll fucking make it.
Right. On the female side, not a single one has made it past week 3.
Yeah.
Jeez, out of how many weeks?
Well, here's the thing, too. I'll say this. And I say this because you guys are military. I think you guys will understand. I think the type of woman who would succeed in the military environment is much more likely to be enlisted than officer material. Let's be honest.
At least start out enlisted. At least start out enlisted and go officer after that. But I think you're right. You're on.
I think. Okay, let's be honest. And here, this is me now going into kind of stereotypes and generalizations, right? Let's say the kind of woman who would make it through officer school, who has to go through officer school. Obviously, you have to be a college graduate. That's one. That brings a certain type of woman to mind, a scholastic kind of woman who is active, but I don't know. I'm generalizing here because there are plenty of like those physically fit. We've talked about those six-pack women and whether they're sexy or not, but I don't know if a college-educated six-pack woman is out there, like who could endure what you would have to endure going through a military training. Yet, I'm sure they're out there, but I'm sure they're not. I'm sure if they're talented enough that they can do all of the things required to even get into officer school, I don't think they really need officer school to begin with. It's not something they want in their life.
Yeah. Well, that's just because I think a smart woman makes a whole lot better decisions with her life than a smarter guy, you know?
Yeah,
like you think that the same IQ, you know, if you hit 130, a guy and a girl, she's probably going to have a fucking savings account and a plan with her life. Him, that's a fucking toss-up, you know? Like, who fucking knows, you know?
That's drinking vodka tonics every single day.
Let's be honest. The only reason guys want degrees and want the smarts and shit like that is because girls want that. If a pretty girl just wanted a dumb motherfucker, if I didn't get a degree and a high school diploma, we'd probably all be high school dropouts right about now.
You're exactly right. And I was telling my wife that this whole city, these nice cars, these beautiful buildings, if bitches didn't like that shit, it would never have been built, you know? If you could just walk up to it, we'll still be living in caves to this fucking day. We would not have a single reason to move up with our lives.
Man, if it looked to me, I wouldn't have no job, wouldn't have no college education. I would just be sitting here playing PlayStation all day. PlayStation 1. Wouldn't even have to push it for.
That's why the women in the Middle East aren't allowed to like anything, you know, so they don't have these.
Okay.
There you go.
That's terrible.
We gotta wrap this up. I gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta wrap this up.
Okay.
All right. Any parting shot? Let's go with Kyle Conscience before we go into.
And that's the reason our partnership is actually something very good. So I just been informed
That's what
by.
I'm saying. Let's go to Cool.
I've actually been informed by Slow Chemical that me, him, and I'm guessing John Esther, I had to ask. We have our first radio interview, the first week of February for the music.
Damn! I'm finally gonna get paid back on this.
I'm not sure how that motherfucker pulled it off. He just texted me out of the blue, like, listen, we have an interview first week of February. I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, it's gonna be 35 minutes. So, okay.
He's pretty good with the logistics.
Yeah,
Hey.
so I guess that's what's going on.
Jonathan, you gotta keep all that liberal talk down to a minimum, man. They're gonna fry you.
Fair enough.
All
right,
talk about
shots.
music, you'll be fine.
Ow,
Don't bring up Coco, man. Don't bring up Coco.
I'm in love with the baking soda.
I got baking soda.
Oh my lord, that shit is just
I told you, man, I had to cut that shit off of my house. That's too far.
I can just imagine you kissing your boy on the forehead. Go have a good day at school, boy. All right, Dad. I got baking
The
soda.
baking soda. Oh, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
crap. Here we
I'm in
go.
love with the Coco.
Well,
His teacher's like, oh, that's cute. He likes Nestle Quick.
Yeah.
Like sitting
I
at school with a
actually
sandwich and a
didn't
bag of powdered sugar for no reason.
I actually didn't hear him say that. Like, I had walked away to check the mail, and as I was walking back, I just see a dirty fucking glare from my wife from across the parking lot. That's my first notification that something just went wrong.
I mean, well, if you know, I guess if he doesn't do anything in life, which I hope he does, he has a backup plan, I guess.
Terrible. I don't know if that's the best way to word that, but sure.
Just selling fucking sugar.
I'm hoping your boy in a dipshit. Yes.
Wait, man.
Good stuff.
Good plans or bad plans. At least he's got a plan, right? That's all we got.
Fucking funnel cake sugar in the back, like they can do it.
A plan is 90% of the solution, I guess. All right, man. All right, let's hit these parting shots. Lone and Dark, you got anything good for these people?
I would just like to remind everybody that freaking Jonathan Esther there said women should be kept powerless at one point in that show. If you guys could quote this for me, that's it. That's my party
Look
shot.
at this guy. This guy's like the Inquirer spokesperson over here. Anyway, Mr. Puppet Master.
My parting shot is, if you're trying to tramp on my right to take my guns away, then I could take your right away to pump gas to employ 250,000 people. Just saying.
Damn. He brought that shit back to the gun control debate.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Great shout out Obama right there. I'm going to have to notify the guy. Co-conscience?
I got a Twitter.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
Hell,
Okay, that's no. That's a no. We're going to have to go ahead and go.
Did he say
no, but honestly, I will keep you guys.
Shut your mouth.
Honestly, I will keep you guys in touch with the the radio and shit. And
So
what
fucked up over there, man.
Whatever. We do
I feel
not.
like I'm watching an ISIS video, man.
We do not affiliate with any notion of
Bring us the gasoline.
Nazi libertarianism or anything.
Did he say, just to make clear, did he say
no, he did,
hell Allah? Hell Allah?
sure he was talking about the Marvel movies and said Hail Hydra.
Malcolm Xavier is silent.
Malcolm Xavier is silent. Jesus Christ.
God damn it.
This has been the show, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to close before the FCC gets to us, even though we're not even on TV. This has been your host, Jonathan Esther, out of California.
This is Alone in the Dark. Hellala.
Oh, Christ.
This is Puppet Master.
You know, I would say something about North Korea.
No,
but,
you won't!
Everything is going. Everything's going right now. I keep my mouth shut.
Did you see what happened to Seth Rogen? And he's
Nope.
got way more power than we do.
No.
Yeah.
Good point.
Anyway, co-conscience, any parting shots that aren't terrible?
I love North Korea. That's what I'm
Sure. And I'll say we all love Coco, so it all works out. Anyway, this has been the show. Tune in next week for the same brand of racial terrible.
You better come on before I say hell, you know.